Thursday program where it's a zillion degrees out there still. Unbelievable. This weather is unbelievable to me. I will take this. I know it's probably an effect of global warming, but I kind of like a November that's warm. Maybe we're going to get hit big time in next month, but I like it. This is my way of diverting some things that are on my mind today. One of the things on my mind, the Eagles are playing the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm reading a headline here from, where was this, NewJersey.com. This is, apparently, they listened to our show yesterday because it says the Eagles have arrived at Cowboys week, and it's a bit of a bore because Dallas really does suck. I know people want to keep this Dallas Cowboy-Eagle thing alive this week, but I want to be honest with people. I want to get to the other side of this. I want to get to the point where Dallas doesn't matter because I think that they don't deserve to matter, right? If they were still a viable franchise and they were a contender every year and they were a threat to go to the Super Bowl, then I could see that this rivalry is coming along. We have surpassed the Dallas Cowboys in stature. And so when you pass the Dallas Cowboys in stature, it's like anything else. You don't lower yourself to their standard. So today, I want everybody to purge this Dallas thing. I want you to call this show and say, I'm over it. They're no longer relevant to me. Now, I know that flies in the face of what people want to feel. Because I think you get a kick out of this Dallas week thing. And it's, I hate Dallas. I hate the Cowboys. But when they have languished beneath you for so many years, are you not just playing into their hands? Are you not making it seem like they're more important than you? I need to reverse the thinking in this town. We suffer from an inferiority complex all the time. It generates a lot of our angst. I want to get to the point where we stand on top of the hill and we go, how you doing down there? That's what I want, Bill. Bill Colarulo's here. Ray Dunn is here. What are the chances that we can accomplish this today?
Well, first of all, I don't want to accomplish that.
See, you're playing right into it.
I'm on a completely different page than you with this. I love when the rivals of this city are good, but not good enough to win the championship. I want the Cowboys to be good so that when the Eagles beat them, it means something. I want the Giants to be good so when the Eagles beat them, it means something. I like that the Mets were good.
Well, you're blending in other teams. We're talking about Dallas here.
But I want my rivals to be good. And with the Cowboys, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Yes, I've been saying all summer I didn't expect them to be a good football team. But there's still demons that need to be exercised by the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles have lost 6 straight games in Dallas. There's a point differential in those 6 games of 16.5 points. It's been blowout after blowout after blowout down in Dallas. And I know it's Cooper Rush. It's not Dak Prescott. But Cooper Rush is 5-1 in his career. The Eagles can't overlook the Cowboys. The fan base can't overlook the Cowboys.
I'm saying overlook.
I want this game to matter.
I'm saying diminish it. I'm not saying overlook. I'm saying diminish. I'll give you an example. When you got a rival and you, is it more effective to yell and scream back at them and then scream back at you, or is it more effective to go, ha ha ha, we'll have none of that. We'll have none of that. Like, what's more effective, when you dismiss them or when you let them get to you and you just you engage? Seriously.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, like the old movies where the woman would cause some angst and the guy would go, well, then we'll have none of that. Wasn't that more effective?
I guess technically it's more effective, but it's not as fun. It's more fun destroying this team. Like, I don't want to just look at them as, they're not that great. Because it's still Dallas. You still have, see, here's the issue. It's not about just the players. It's about the fan base. You don't like the Dallas Cowboy fans. And no matter how good the Cowboys are or how bad the Cowboys are, the fans are still obnoxious. They're still very unlikable. hardly any of them are actually from Dallas, which doesn't make any sense to me. And they root for the Lakers and the Yankees and whatever good team there is that season. So that's, to me, why it's still a rivalry. It's not just this, we don't worry about them. Because it's about the fans. It's about the Philadelphia fans against the Dallas Cowboys fans. And that will never change. The Cowboys could be 1-15 and roll into here, and it's still going to matter for me.
Yeah, I'm over it. I really am. I go, oh, please. It's almost like a fake it's like an AI argument now. It's computer generated. They're not viable. Now, I get it that the Eagles haven't won in Dallas, that whole bit. I'm talking about the whole mindset that we get so ridiculously stoked that it's Dallas week. And I just think that feeds into them. Oh, and like we're the superior being right now. They're not. So we make them the superior being by playing into it. I think about that in all kinds of life situations. Come on, stop. Like the show, like our show against another show of another station. Rather than go back, like, oh, please, come on. This is the complete better show. Don't even bore me with the details of competition.
Now, you wouldn't want to hang out with the host of the other show? He doesn't seem like a cool guy?
No. I'm just saying, come on. This is how I answer it, please.
What would you...
I do the smug thing.
I get it. But what would you prefer? So we're looking at this week, Eagles, Cowboys, and you're right. The Cowboys look like they're a bad team, and that can change quickly. One win, and they're back in the mix. I don't think it happens, but one win, they're back in the mix.
Yeah.
But what would you prefer? Like, you were Mikey Met this postseason.
It wasn't Mikey Met.
Mikey Met.
I liked a team that played hard. I don't like anything about Dallas. They don't play hard. They got a phony quarterback. Their coach is a moron. The owner, general manager, thinks he knows football when he doesn't. I mean, there's nothing that I latch on to.
You just latched on to everything.
No,
you hate them just as much as everybody.
I do, but I don't. They're irrelevant to me because of the reasons I just mentioned. That's why I don't lower myself. I don't play into it because I give them strength. When you play into it, you give somebody strength.
It's still a division opponent. It's still a division opponent. It's still Eagles, Cowboys. I just think it's always going to exist.
When has it really existed that it's Eagles, Cowboys? What do we have to go back to Jimmy Johnson?
No, it's always been like this, man.
But seriously, when has the rivalry been us against? When has it percolated most? It percolated in the 90s, basically.
You got that song? It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. I love that song. Anyway.
There he goes. ADD.
ADD. You said a word. It got me going.
Yeah.
But, Mike, you're talking about coaches. You're talking about players. I think it's the fan base that makes the rivalries. The players change. The coaches change.
They don't even have any strength anymore, their fan base. That's what I'm saying. They don't have any what position of strength do they come from that we need to be worried about?
They just won the NFC East last year.
Yeah, but they're a phony. They're a phony team. They don't win anything. They really don't win anything. They haven't won anything for forever.
I'm telling you, man, even if they're 1-15, it's still Dallas week.
Okay.
It's still Dallas week.
Ray, you got to chime in on this. Ray's a youngin'. He doesn't go way back with the Dallas thing. He doesn't go back to the 90s when all that stuff was going on and the Buddy Ryan and the Aikman and the Randall and all that stuff. So, you don't really have an experience on Dallas being a viable opponent. And so you've had to witness all this Dallas week thing. So how do you feel as a young guy?
It may have lost its luster to all of you that lived through the 90s portion of it, but I despise them. And I disagree with what Bill said about wanting them to be good. I'd rather them go 0-17 and just have 2 whopping victories over them because I want the people that root for that team to be miserable. I want those Cowboys, especially because you find the Cowboys fans, they're just rats that come out of nowhere, that have never been to the Fort Worth metro area, that have no tie to the team, and I want them to be miserable.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. They have always made it a point to dismiss their rivalry with the Eagles. Our rivalry's not with the Eagles, really with the Giants. So this is now my play. I dismiss you. How about that? I dismiss you as you're no longer my rival. blah, 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 blah. You know, I play that game with them because I think I give them strength when I still consider them the rival because they get jollies out of that kind of thing. If they wanted to be dismissive of the other, oh, you're not a rival. Well, then I had the upper hand now. I got hand. All right? And with my hand, I just make them irrelevant.
I somewhat understand your point, but I don't think that they're irrelevant simply because this season they're 3-5. Is that what they are right now?
They've been
3-5.
irrelevant for how many years?
They won the division last year.
What does that get them? Cup of coffee?
They crushed the Eagles in Dallas.
Okay. So what? What, 1 year?
No, I just told you.
A cumulative position here.
You're going on 6 years where the Eagles have not won in Dallas, and they've gotten dominated at Cowboys Stadium, AT&T Stadium, whatever it's called.
They always wind up splitting the series anyway. So what's the difference? So what? They lose in Dallas. They should lose in Dallas.
Now I don't understand you now. Now they're beneath us, but now you want them to split?
Well, there's always a split. In divisions, there's always a split.
And why is that?
All these years, there's been a split with Washington. Not recently, but most of the time there's a split. And Washington is not a superior team.
Well, they're going to be a rival this year.
But I'm not talking about just this year. Why do you get under my skin like this?
That's the point.
All right, 610-632-0975. That's how you join the show. It is the Mike Missanelli Show. We got some text already on this whole thing. We'll talk about the Sixers. Lost again.
I'm getting nervous, Mike.
And Paul George is upset that they booed him. Okay, come on, dude. What are you? Are you alive? You didn't know that was going to happen? Bryce Harper still gets booed. The Mike Missanelli Show continues.